and welcome back to our channel, or if you're new here, welcome. My name is Tiffany, and I'm at it again. You guessed it, I'm doing another fun collab. I love doing these things. You meet so many awesome new people and get so many different recipes, it's amazing. Though this one is a little different. My friend Tiffany over at Madamascara Homestead is doing her very first collab. Yep, that's right. It's her very first one. She's doing this in conjunction with Tony from Kettle Kitchen. He's helping her to organize and everything, so that it's awesome. She's doing her very first one. I can't believe I'm a part of this. It's going to be amazing. She's done such an amazing job. So let me tell you a little bit about what's going on in this. I have my notes as per normal about this collab. So it's called Tailgate Time. So it's all about recipes that you can do for tailgate parties, or I guess indoor football parties. I don't know. I don't really watch football that often. The only game I've ever really watched is the Super Bowl. So I've never really been to a tailgate party, but I do understand the premises behind, wings and barbecue and dips and stuff like that. So it's an amazing collaboration, and I will try to have the playlist linked down below. But if I can't seem to get that to work, I will also have both Madamascara and Kettle Kitchen tagged below. They will have the list on their in their playlists. So I suggest go checking them out because there's some pretty interesting recipes so far. But also with this, there will be a small giveaway. It'll be live on Kettle Kitchen's channel on February the 4th, again, looking at my notes, on February the 4th, 2024, at 2 p.m. Pacific time. Yeah, so it's at 2 p.m. Pacific time. And the only thing you have to do to enter is to watch the videos and comment. And the more you watch and comment on, the more chances you have to win. There might also be some hashtag wins and stuff like that, comments picked from the actual live as well. So, be there for the live. It's going to be amazing. They're always fun to be in and everything like that as well. So, let me just make sure I have everything. Yep, that's everything. So, what I decided to do is I'm watching the videos, and, everyone thinks of this for, especially at Christmas time. But, when you think of tailgate parties or Super Bowl parties, you think of chips and popcorn and pretzels and finger foods and all that sort of stuff. Well, I decided to do my mother and Aunt Nancy's nuts and bolts. So it's kind of just a party mix. We call it nuts and bolts, but because really nobody in our family likes nuts, I hold the nuts. Oh god, that sounds so bad, but I do. I hold the nuts, so I don't put the nuts in. So it's party mix / nuts and bolts. So that's what I decided to do for this collab. So let's not waste any time, and let's go hop in the kitchen, and I'll show you how it's done. Alright everybody, so here you go. This is everything you're going to need to make the nuts and bolts, or party mix, or whatever you want to call it. My mom and my Aunt Nancy used to call it nuts and bolts, but because I'm holding the nuts, I guess we can call it a party mix. So you're going to need, it calls for, hang on, let me just read the recipe here. It calls for one 400 gram box of Cheerios. So I have my Cheerios right there. As you can see, it's a bigger box. So I got more Cheerios than I need. Then it calls for half a large bag of pretzels. Well, my family loves their pretzels, so as you can see, we got 2 bags of pretzel sticks. 620 gram box of Shreddies. So this was also a little bit bigger than it needs to be. 305 gram box of Crispex. Well, I couldn't find those, so we went with this Life cereal instead. So we're substituting, as we all know. I love to do that. And then it calls for half a cup of nuts, so it could be like cashews or peanuts or mixed nuts. And then for the sauce, you need 3 cups of butter. So as you can see, I've got my margarine set out here. and then it calls for 8 tisps, so teaspoons of garlic powder, 8 tisps or teaspoons of that's onion powder, that's garlic powder. I'm getting all. You need 8 of each. So 8 of those and 8 of those in the teaspoon genre. And then last but not least, you need the Worcestershire sauce. Or W sauce as Chris would call it. But there you are. The Worcestershire sauce, you need 8 tablespoons of that. So there are all the ingredients. Let's jump into this. Okay, y'all, so now you see I have the butter already in my pan, or margarine, not butter. So I have everything else sitting here. So we are going to do the spice. We're going to turn it on so it starts to. Gotta turn it on so it starts to melt. And we are going to take our handy dandy tisp, and we're going to get right down to the nitty gritty of putting this stuff in there. And as you can see, it's already starting to melt, so what you're going to want to do is just kind of whisk it together and bring it to a boil. So once that comes to a boil, I'll go take it over and we'll add it to our party mix. So I'll be back with you guys in just one moment. Okay, so while that cooks on the stove, you see I've got my 2 roasting pans. Now, I've done this many times before, so I know it's going to take both of these roasting pans. So all I'm going to do is divide all this up in between these 2 roasting pans. So let's dive into that. Alright, so as you all can see, we have nice and full inside, so I want to take off my wedding ring, wash my hands, just kind of want to mix it up a little. Now this is where a 3rd roasting pan might come in handy for me. I make more and more every year, and you would think I would learn. And why do I always put the Cheerios on the bottom? They always get the short end of the stick, so to speak. Ha ha ha. Alright, so there's one. Oops, we have a runaway. There's the big one. Let's just kind of get the small one up. We have a couple runaways now. They're trying to escape. Alright, so there you guys go. They're all mixed up and ready to go, so we will be back with you as soon as it's time to add the sauce. Alright everyone, so as you can see, I got my sauce here. So, it's ready to go. We're going to start off with the small one. And just add a little bit to it. And since it's still very, very hot, I'm going to use my spoon to stir it. And thank you, Rebecca Touched by Yarn, for this lovely pot holder and such. It works wonders when I'm trying to keep hot things off, or heat off of my counters. Love it. Okay, so just kind of. There we go. I gotta get some of that lovely little sauce mixture out. Alright. So you just kind of stir it around. Like that, and get everything coated. And of course you're going to have runaways because there's so much in here. But then once you're done, you stick it in your oven. I have it preheated at 250 for 2 hours, and you stir it every 15 minutes until done. So I'm going to finish this up, and I will show you guys what it looks like when we are done. Alright everyone, and there you have it. The nuts and bolts are now done. I mean, don't they look great? I mean, I'm sorry, this just doesn't do it any justice. I mean, the smell in this house is heavenly and they taste divine. And then just so everybody knows, I'll have the recipe right here if you want to pause the screen and screenshot the recipe. As you can see, it's very well used and everything. When you make this recipe with kids, expect messes, that's for sure. But doesn't that look great? And so much yummy. And I hate to say it, but it makes a lot. Look at that. 3 4-liter containers of ice cream containers full, plus that. So it makes a lot, that's for sure. So what do you guys think? Didn't that look great? Isn't that yummy? My kids can't get enough of the nuts and bolts party mix, whatever we want to call it. They love it. Every single time they start seeing me collecting the ingredients to make it just before Christmas, they get excited. And I usually only make it just for Christmas, so they got an extra special treat to be able to have it for this as well. So into the new year, so they're excited. But it's a great recipe and a great little snack, and you can customize it. Like I said, you can add more garlic, take more away. If you like a different spice or a little bit more spicy, you could add maybe a little bit of hot sauce or chili powder, or for the more brave, a little bit of cayenne. I mean, for something more spicy. Or if you want, you're not a garlic lover, take the garlic out and just use the onion powder. I mean, there's multiple different ways you can make this recipe your own. One year I actually didn't have everything that I needed, and I couldn't find everything that I needed before the holidays, so I did just that. I kind of changed up the spices a little bit, and it turned out pretty good. Now, I can't offhand remember what I used, but we're going back many years. But yeah, so you can make this, it's very versatile. You can make it your own, and you can add and do other spices if you want. So it's a great little recipe. So anyways, I hope you all enjoyed this video, and don't forget to go check out the playlist for Tailgate Time. Like I said, I'll try and have it linked down in the description below, but if you can't, head over to Kettle Kitchen or Mud and Mascara Homestead. I'm sure they'll have they definitely have the list there. I was just on Tiffany's channel not that long ago, and watching. And so yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video, and maybe if you could, maybe give us a thumbs up. It really does help the algorithm. And if you haven't yet, come join our family. We're a fun bunch. We get up to a lot of different chaos, fun. It's now snowing, so there's going to be hopefully more snow videos. A couple of changes coming to the channel, and some interesting videos coming out hopefully soon. So yeah, come join the family. We're a fun bunch to be around, if I do say so myself. And we welcome everybody with open arms and open hearts. So we hope you all have a great day, and we'll see everybody in the next one. Bye, everybody.